It's home to the Hard Rock Cafe, but at the end of today's race, it could well be the School of Hard Knocks. We're at the halfway mark of Season 5 of the Aussie Racing League, and today we head to Miami, one of the newest circuits on the Formula One calendar, and a place that will challenge drivers to the nth degree. Let's take a look at the layout. 5.4 kilometres in length, 19 turns, 3 DRS zones. Overtaking is easy, defending not so much. Let's take you off to your commentary team.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday night, and Thursday night means that is time for the Aussie Racing League Elite Edition. So, we have myself, Man of Tin, in the commentary box tonight, and as well, I have Reblitz with me. How you doing, mate? I think he might have just disappeared quickly.
Sorry about that.
There he is. How you doing, Reblitz?
Yeah, not too bad. I was muted. Just a great start to it. But yeah, looking forward to tonight, and it's a rain.
Yes. Oh, no. Exciting. Now I'm looking forward to this. We've had a few issues this week, obviously, with being a new track and a lot of people not really kind of getting into it, not having a lot of experience here. There's been a lot of problems this week. However, we have pushed through. We've got some really good results. We've had some comeback stories. We've had some guys lead from the front, get their first wins. I know Bevo in the novice division got his first win this week. And now we've got a reining session in the elite. So we are really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, so Miami's been an interesting track for the entire division. Not many people tend to like it. Personally, myself, I'm not a fan of it, but it has given us some interesting racing, some fun little actions here and there from all the divisions. And like you said, we've had some different races up in the podiums and the winning positions. So this is no different in elite, especially with the rain. It's going to throw that little bit of difficulty added that I'm sure that they weren't expecting.
That is it. We'll give a shout out to Skipper_AU, shouting out, hey casters, how are we? I'm pretty good. I'm looking forward to the race. Reblitz?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the rain. It's a bit cold, but so I'm expecting a few spins.
Yeah, so yeah. Just before we get onto this, we've seen Dutchy come out of the pits straight away. Now, Dutchy's come out on softs. We can see that it's wet. We know that it's wet. Most people are going to come out on intermediates. And Dutchy has gone, you know what? Let's try and shake things up here and come out on softs. So, is this something that maybe he's just going to do a lap, see if it's worth it, try and put a time on the board? Or do you think he's going to go, look, maybe it's a little bit too wet? We'll stick to the inters.
It's very interesting. Maybe this might be a mistake.
Werribboy's destroyed himself coming out.
Wow.
So Werribboy's, one of our leaders, has actually just DNF before we've even started. So if he's done that on intermediates, what can we see from the soft?
Dutchy must be feeling a bit cautious right now, a bit scared. Maybe he has done a pit, but we'll see. He is on the right side. Yeah, so I think he is pitting. He's realised it is definitely an intermediates.
So,
where boy, the unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a big one. He is in line for quite high up in the championship. We'll bring that up just before we start the race. We'll go through constructors and we'll go through the drivers' championship as well just before we start. But yeah, Werribboy's not going to be liking that one very much, is he?
No, that was very unfortunate. I'm not too sure what happened, but obviously the rain has played a massive effect into this, so I'm sure he's going to be reviewing that and seeing where he went wrong. Not many of these drivers do practice in the wet because it's so unpredictable, the weather report, so you don't know, but most drivers will practice in the dry and then just anticipate the wet.
That is it. So we have the likes of Zakov's leading the way, followed by Crush, followed by Farmer Sam, then Apex is on the track, Eckham, the lone McLaren now left in this thing. We also have Huey Yadig. We do have a yellow that looks like it might be Farmer Sam that has gone round, so he's going to have to repit on that one. So he's just moving over quite nicely. We will just jump with our drivers champion leader at the moment, and the 138.6. So Crush puts in a 139.4, so there's a pretty big difference there. We'll jump on with Apex.
Yeah,
139.
So Zakov has set that. Oh, maybe not. Gares. Wow, that is a fast time coming out on that banker lap. Wonder if anyone can improve on that.
Yep, so 137.9, so that's fairly quick. I think Taz has just gone 138.2. Is it Zay coming around? No, it would be Vlad, who has gone into the pits. We have both Mercedes at the back, I believe. So this is a Zico, followed by a Cato. So we'll quickly see these boys in. Just jumping on the end there, followed by Cato. Looks like he's had a few problems. Zay putting himself up there, and that was Lemon in the Red Bull as well. So
yeah, good to see Lemon up there. He's not had the greatest of seasons, so his confidence must be on a bit up if he can get himself in the P5. Maybe he's just a really good in the West. Oh, and we've had Lemon. Never mind. I've just jinxed him. He is straight into the wall. That
is disappointing. We might just stay on with Kebab here. Kebab's put in a time a little bit slower, but he's... see if we can go past the incident here. He's getting a little bit sideways. Can we see it? No, incident's been cleared beforehand. So
yeah, too fast for us, those marshals.
No, that is unfortunate for Lemon. Just a quick shout out while we've got it. Windows 99. Now, we know Windows drives a pretty good race car, as we've all seen. He's just subscribed for 7 months to Aussie Racing League. So a shout out to Windows. Thanks for jumping on and supporting. We absolutely love it, mate. Thank you very much.
I don't even know if Aussie Racing League has even been here for 7 months, so nice work.
Well done. I'll give him a quick shout out. We'll jump on board with Flukesy here, who hasn't put a time on the board yet.
Flukesy being the Division 2 driver, but obviously in a lead of his own down there and definitely needs to be put up. And this is where he belongs, and definitely going to see him put in a good lap, I feel.
Just seeing Tazza go off, but he's managed to pick himself back up. Sector 1, it looks like we've got a Ferrari that's just gone round. Is that Vlad? Yeah.
Might be just letting some people through, possibly.
Yep.
Nothing too sinister just yet. Oh, and we have Fluxy not making a good time.
Oh,
But maybe he's just going on his hot lap now again.
yeah, so maybe just getting used to the conditions, but yeah, not really in contention there. Zakov he's 3 laps into his stint and he's put in a 1:37.3, so he's gone 6/10 quicker than Gares, and we thought Gares was a very good time. So
Yeah. And he's done that on 3-lap old intermediates, so
yep. Crush has improved to 5th now. So again, these drivers are starting to get
a bit more confident.
yeah, I think a bit more confident, but they're also trying to put some wear into these intermediates. You've seen the experienced guys. We know how good of a driver Crush is. Taza, Zakov. They're not just using those inters for 1 lap. They're going around and around and around, trying to get maybe some temperature into it. Maybe not even just that. They're trying to get some consistency into their driving, so trying to get used to the conditions. Kind of using qualifying as more of a trial-based error rather than just going, look, we just got to try and put some time on the board, as we see Zico has improved, so puts himself up into 8th.
Yeah, that's looking good for Zico. Zay didn't improve, it would seem.
Nah.
Still in P10. I think Apex just slipped through, or he's on an out lap right now. So yeah, Zico must have just taken that spot. And we have someone else who's just gone up past. Was it right? No, Kebab in P4.
Farmer Sam has gone up into 8. I think Flukes is just gone around again. I don't think he's improved too much. I know Eckham's into 5th.
Yeah, we have a few people coming around that last little corner, whether or not they are going to improve. I think SGN is now going to start his hot lap.
Yep.
Expecting a good time out of SGN. He's a very good driver, very consistent. Hasn't had the best of seasons thus far, but through experience and knowing him, he definitely will put in a good time.
That is it. I think we have... Dutchy hasn't come out again. Looks like that's Taza who's getting ready for his lap.
Yeah, so 4 laps on the intermediates he's gone.
Zay's coming into the pits. Zico's not really going to improve here. That's unfortunate for him.
We have Kebab improving quite well as well. He might be seeing the 137s at this point.
Vlad puts himself up into 6th.
Ooh.
So that's a good time there.
Oh, and Kebab spun right on the line and still improved though. Almost into the 137.
Gonna see Annie. We'll watch Farmer Sam coming around. Hopefully doesn't make contact, but no, Farmer Sam hasn't gone anywhere. Quickly with Eckham. Is going to improve here. Puts himself into 2nd. That's a great lap from Eckham.
Yeah,
Gares is going to
flying lap.
Gares is going to take over that spot. Eckham's glory is quickly overshadowed. Unfortunate for him. As we see, Huey has retired from the race. That is massive. He's come around. He's actually parked himself on the
interesting spot.
Is it going to impact? No, it's not going to impact. So he's been cleared. So he's going to stay in that 11th spot. And then Zakov's coming around now, that last corner. I think he's well and truly off the pace. Taz is now coming around. I think he's also off the pace as well.
No, he's improving quite a bit by a 2nd.
There's Taza, bang! That is a staunching lap. Zico's coming around. He's going to improve. Puts himself into 7th. You can't say this isn't entertaining. This is fantastic.
No, yeah, they've done a great job, especially in the wets. Something that a lot of people won't be able to do.
Yep. Cato's not going to improve, so it's unfortunate for him. Oh, no, he won't improve. It's like Farmer Sam's coming in. Is that Kebab, who will probably come into the pits? Eckham, he's going into the pits. Next, Gares coming in. These guys are diving every which way another, trying to stay in front of it. While we have done that, also, Apex has slipped himself up into 4th. We saw Apex have a really good race last week. He just mowed away, kept pushing, and he actually got the rewards for it. So shout out to Apex for last week's race. He put in the effort, but he got the reward in the end.
Yeah, he's improved quite a bit. Looking at the standings, he's in 3rd place at the moment, which is, such a confidence boost for himself. So to be over the likes of, Vlad and Kebab and Ekem and Frush. So he's done a very, very good job.
Zakov is actually up, and he's taken that place away. The 136 has come in absolute droves, so that's perfect.
Yeah, unreal. I wasn't expecting such a good time into the 136s, and that is just a stellar time. So Taza needs to fight back.
Sorry for that. Yeah, I'm really surprised. 136, that's a great time. We've seen Gares, we've seen Taza, Apex, Eckham getting into those 137s, but he just keeps putting it on, doesn't he? This guy's really just, he's a class above the rest. We know how good he is. Like, it's pretty easy to say, like, look, this guy is an absolute staunch of a driver.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, he's just another breed. He is so quick. He's so consistent. We are quite lucky to have him in our league. Don't get me wrong, but he's also a good bloke, and he loves ARL, and he loves to continue to drive. And it's something that we almost take for a little bit for granted, because we just know how good this guy is all the time.
Oh yeah, he's definitely on a different level. We know how good the elite drivers are above everyone else, and now we have Zakov, who is above them. And I've seen his setup, and you would not believe it, but he's using duct tape to hold his setup down, as well as pebbles. So the fact that he can do that on such a weird rig is astounding.
Yeah. Now we see SGN, you did predict it right. SGN has put himself up into 7th, so Div 2 driver making some headway. Very nice by him. Flukes is going to improve quite a bit here. I read that completely wrong.
No, that's fine.
No,
Flukesy is, still hasn't had a good time.
Yep, still struggling a little bit. Go with Eckham. So Eckham's improved slightly. I think that might be...
He's going on his starting lap now, but I haven't seen his ERS been used at all. Did have a little bit of traffic there trying to fight through one of the Aston Martins and the Williams, maybe just getting in his way a little bit. We do have a Ferrari coming around, which looks to be Zay. He hasn't improved though, 1.6 seconds up. So I think he's just going to conserve his ERS and then try again for another lap. Who do we have behind him though? SGN, who looks to be on the lap.
Yep, there's a few guys. No, I think a few guys are kind of just saving their ERS here. So seen a few guys just go around once or twice. It still looks like guys are not treating it so serious, but there's still only the guys like Zay. Zakov went in and got a fresh set, but he's still done 2 laps on his on those inches.
He might be improving too again. Yeah.
Wow, what an absolute lap from him. Zico's coming around now. Can he get out of 8th? Nah. Unfortunately, he's going to stay there. Looks like Flukesy's going to improve. By how much? At 16th.
Not enough, though. Not sure they have enough time to get around and come in again.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a few guys. I think Gares is coming around now. So, yeah, Gares improves, but still can't get above Tazza there.
Yeah, so Zakov is just not much we can say on that. It's just too good of a driver at this point. Yep. We have a Farmer Sam coming around. I think he's going to be starting his last lap with literally 1 second left. So he's just crossed the line.
All right, so we'll jump on board with Zehu, who's going to finish up now. He looks to be 4 tenths, almost 5 tenths up on his lap. So this could push him a fair way up the standings if he can make this lap stick. Looks pretty consistent coming out of it. Yeah,
it was a nice corner he took there, and he looks to be improving quite a bit.
There goes six. That is a great thing. Apex is coming around now. Apex is going to improve. Doesn't improve his standings though, so that is a shame. We see Kebab's gone to 5th, improved quite a bit. Zakov's just decided to call it a day. He's had enough dominating for one day.
He doesn't need to do much more. No. Zito, P6, very well done. 8 tenths up on his time, so confidence coming in good for him.
Looks like Flukes, he's finally got the trick of it, but no, only to 15th. I think that's Crush coming around. He's going to improve. Puts himself over to 7th.
Yes. Wow.
That is an impressive lap. Tazza doesn't improve. I think that's Vlad coming around. He's going to put himself into 8th. Cato doesn't improve quite a much. Ekem puts himself up there. I think that's Sneaky that's just come around. He's put himself into 7th.
Farmer Sam's 1 second up as well, so he's looking good. You get to see where he finished.
That was a great. He's only 11th, so that was a very, very good qualifying session there, I must say.
Yeah, one of the best I have definitely witnessed. A lot of drama. And a lot of times that I didn't expect. Gares, wow. Gares
almost cracking the 135, so we want to go through it really quickly. Gares has taken pole position with a 136.1. Zakov, 136.4. Then we've got Tazza also in the 136s with a 136.5, a 136.9 to Ekem. Then we start going down. Apex, Kebab, Sneaky, Aziko, Crush. Vlad, rule out your top 10, followed by Farmer Sam, Zay, SGN, Lemon, Huey, Flukesy, Cato, Weraboy, and then Dutchy right at the end. So, stick with us and we will be right back. All right, so we don't have much time here, but we are going to quickly go over this, the team standings and the drivers' standings. So far, looks like it's going to be a dry race, but Zakov has dominated this from start to finish. Gares is up there. He's second at the current time. He's just put himself on pole. Looks to be really, really interesting. Apex, who has had a really good... He's put himself up there. Ekem, Vlad, like... There's some stuff. Taz has got a bit of work to do after probably a disappointing race last week. Alfa Romeo are absolutely killing it there, but this is shaping up to be a very, very good race and to maybe shake some standings up.
Yeah, so that second place is anyone's game at this point. Is up to 5, 6 drivers that can take that. So let's see how they do today. Dry race, so here we go.
Yep, so we've got 5 red lights and we are off. So again, dry start. Looks like Gares and Zakov. Zakov's got the great start there, so he has taken it, has gone a little bit wide. We're just going to let Gares back in. Ekem's made himself well and truly up, actually getting past Gares there. So great start for Ekem. Apex has got himself past Taz. Vlad's coming up. Lemon's coming up. We've got away pretty well here.
Yeah, so far so good. Very clean so far. Comparison to the other divisions where turn 1 we've had a lot of carnage, so this is much better driving.
Yep, so Dutchy's made his way up quite a bit. Dutchy's up 9 spots now, so Dutchy must be absolutely loving this track. But yeah, Zakov's got away, Ekam's got away, Gears has unfortunately fallen 2, Kebab's made himself up 2 places, Taz has fallen down 3, Crusher's now up 2. It's quite interesting, but Ekam's actually gone around, as well as, that looks like, is that Kebab as well?
Position for Ekam. I'm not sure. Kebab did fall down some places, but Ekam getting caught in a very bad spot right next to his teammate now. But one thing we didn't see is that Farmer Sam and Wereboy got a drive-through penalty, so they must have jumped the gun a little bit.
Yeah, and Farmer Sam's got another one. So it looks like we're going to have Crusher's going to go, but it's not going to get the move stuck. Zako's actually started on the mediums. We do have another spinner. Is that Ekam all the way back there? No, that's Wereboy that's going around.
Wow, yeah, so Division 2 drivers not having the best of time, it would seem, at this point in time.
This is the Division 1, might I add.
Yeah, but that's to be expected, I guess, you know.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. So most people starting on the hards, a few going on the mediums, but geez, we've had a bit of a shake-up already. We'll quickly, I think we're going to go back to Crush, who's actually caught up in a little battle here. Sneaky's right behind him. Looks like Vlad is going to try and go around the outside here of Sneaky.
Yeah, he's going to do an overtake here. I don't know if he'd hold it because this is the inside. Getting very close to that back tire, but Sneaky's kept it up.
Yep, so Sneaky has kept that one there. This is the section of the track that's going to make men or boys out of it. We've got Lemon with a 5-second corner. But that sequence of events, if you get a little bit loose, you're going to lose a lot of time through there. And that, again, that's where I think we're going to see the dominant drivers really start to get on top.
Yeah, that uphill chicane can make a difference by a lot. Yeah. And as we saw, I think Lemon got a penalty in that very spot as well.
So, looks like, yep, Lemon's got around here, but Kebab's going to try and go up the inside here. Has got the move done. So, very nice move there from Kebab. Looks like Apex and Tazza are going to have a little fight up a little bit further. Just trying to stay into that DRS zone of
Dutchy.
Of Gears there, sorry.
Oh, Gears, yeah. There's a lot of action going on. It's hard to keep track of what's happening. A lot of people within a DRS train and trying a little bit here and there to try and overtake, but right now it looks like Zakov has got this well in hand, almost 3.5-4 seconds ahead.
Oh, Sneaky's just gone around just on stream. Sorry to butt in there,
but
you're
fine.
Vlad has made contact, but seems to have gotten at it pretty well. Dutchy did actually get around. So Dutchy's gone from the back of the row all the way up to 6 already. So that's absolutely fantastic. It looks like Taz is going to try and go around the outside of Apex. Apex has taken that short road, but he's going to get too much drag over. We've seen a lot of the way through this week that the wider that you go coming out of that turn, the better it is. There's just more grip out there. It just seems to be the way. There's more grip the further you go out.
And we see Apex fighting back. Tazza did get him. But then Apex just got in on the inside, on the outside as well. So Apex is fighting hard, putting on a great show to stay in P3.
Yep. Looks like Kebab's just gone a little wide there. So Vlad going to get a bit of a reprieve. Lemon's now going to be putting pressure on the back of the Alpine.
Yeah, Gaz is going to be feeling a little pressure here.
Yep, so now we've got Zay. He's got Huey Yadik right behind him. We're starting to spread out a little bit now, but in saying that, we've got a fight for second place here. Gares, Apex and Tazza. They've found their rhythm. They're nice and close now. Dutchy's making up a hell of a lot of time, I have to admit. He is absolutely killing it. If we look at him, he started at the back of the grid and he's now up to 6, so...
Yeah, he's capitalised on whatever's happened, as well as just his pure race pace has allowed him to keep it on track and get consistent times, and yeah, just catching up ever so slowly to these front runners. But we do still have that DRS train in the midfield, as we see Zakov get a fastest time, but also like Zico and Kebab may have traded places.
Yep, so I think it was Zay trying to go up the inside here of Lemon, but looks like Lemon's going to take the place. We are going to be side by side as we go into turn 1. No contact. Zay's pulled out a little bit, which has given Huey.
Yeah, that's a great overtake by Huey. Just slotted himself right in front.
Yeah, that's a beautiful move. We'll jump back on with the fight for second here. So Gares he's leading the charge, Apex and then Tazza. These guys are going to have to put in a lot of work together if they want to catch Gares. So far, we haven't lost any drivers yet, which is
astounding. Normally, this is a DNF prone track, so amazing to see we haven't had that. And it looks like Huey just battling with Lemon back and forth for that 10th position. They want that point desperately.
That's it. We do expect our Division 1 guys. They are the best of the best that we have to offer. I think we're going to jump on with Apex here, who might be looking to take a move. He's going to go around the outside, and he does get that move done. So Gares is being gobbled up here. Is he going to get that spot back? It doesn't look like it. No. So yeah, great driving from Apex, just keeping it in there. But Gares is taking the inside. This is shaping up to be interesting, because Tazza's breathing down their neck as well. Yep, so there's a great battle here for second, but it looks like Apex is going to get away a little bit here, especially with Tazza and Gares, who now Tazza's actually got around Gares. So these guys are going to continue to battle it out, which might actually give Apex a bit of time. We have lost a driver. It looks like Luxie at the back might have had a quick little moment, but he's back on his way.
Yeah. Just to stay on Luxie a bit, interesting to see what's happening. Obviously, last night's race, he was P2, and now he's P19.
Well, we have
not sure what's happened.
We've had a cheeky little spin here from Sneaky. Sneaky has gone around. We'll jump back on board with, looks like Dutchy.
Sorry.
No, you're right, mate. Dutchy, who's made his way up into 6th on those hard tyres, which just looks to be getting a little bit snuck in here. Taz is going to have a run on Apex here. Same with Gares, both staying pretty close. I think you're going to see this a lot during this race, especially with that DRS being so strong. But now Taz has come from the back of the pack to get in front. Apex is now on his tail, but Apex is going to get the DRS on the way back. How do you feel about the turnaround? Normally, if you get, I know it's at Australia, if you get the first DRS, you get the second DRS, one in a row. So if you get in front, you get a chance to pull away. With this Miami track, you can have the DRS all the way down that back straight. But if you get in front, then they've got a chance to come back at you straight across that front, that starting line. Yeah,
and it's showing that, you know, they're not able to really get in front of each other too much. They're always within that 1/10, 2/10, and we see Tazza and Apex once again battling, changing positions constantly, and that's the result of that DRS, how strong it is to keep within each other. And yep, Tazza has just made it through, and Gares made it through to P3, so Apex must have had a little bit of an issue there to allow that to happen.
Yep, as we say that, the Alpine of Kebab got up the inside of Dutchy, but Dutchy has taken the old switcheroo and taken that back. There's still no contact. Dutchy's gone a little wide there, which has slowed him right up, but it actually looks like Kebab is going to get in front, but he's not going to get the DRS. He won't get the DRS here, so he's actually going to become a sitting duck for him and for Dutchy and Vlad now to kind of chew him up and spit him back out and go, well, yeah, you did all that hard work, but it hasn't been for that much to be. Yeah, sorry, mate, but we're going to go back around you.
Yeah, so surprising to see there's just no DNFs yet, and they've kept it so clean, which is so interesting to see the expertise difference between the divisions, and the fact that these guys can race so confidently behind each other and not hit each other. So obviously there's that respect, as well as just the experience that they've had from racing hard like this.
That's it. We've jumped back into the Ezekiel Lemons A. So this is for the last point of the day here. Pretty close battle there. Ezekiel Lemons A. They're tossing back and forth. We'll jump back on with Dutchy, who again, Kebab looks to be all over his rear fender here. Is he going to try the same move, or is he going to get it done? So Kebab's going really, really far on the inside, pushing it wide, but with those mediums, he knows he has to get around. So he has actually made this move stick, but again, has he done all this work to allow... Oh, there's contact there, as we see. It looks like Tazza has actually made contact with... Sorry, not Tazza. Dutchy's made contact with Kebab, and then might have made a little bit of contact with Vlad there as well. So
a bit of a chain reaction. Yeah, being this close, obviously a lot of things can happen, and yeah, they're not really getting away from each other, still holding within that pack.
And it has allowed for Crush to kind of pull away a little bit there. Kebab has actually come out on top here. We'll jump back to the Red Bull of Lemon, who is almost bringing up the tail end. Zay is actually onto the end of this little strain here, but quite nice. I think we might just stick here for a little bit, but it's going to be quite a big DRS train that's going to form here at the moment. So it's going to be some interesting driving. We're going to have a lot of chances to see drivers move up and down with this DRS being so powerful.
For sure. Now, if we can have a little break here, because there's been so much action, we haven't had much time to talk about anything else at this point, but yeah, we to those new individuals that are watching for the first time, this is obviously our elite division, the best of the best. But if you're interested in joining, we do have a Discord, which you can find in our Twitch, just below the information page. So if you're interested in racing or just want to hang out and talk and experience some of the F1 esports community, then yeah, hang out.
Yeah,
join us.
There's a lot of things you can get involved with. I started as a driver. I'm now into the commentary as well as driving. There's FIA positions available, streaming, commentators. There's so many things that we think. As we actually see, we'll quickly jump here, sorry. Zay and Lemon have come together here, and it looks like we might have... Well, Lemon's going to dive into the pits here, so a little bit of an incident there, but... to jump back onto our topic, yeah, there's so much variety that you can pick and choose here at Aussie Racing League. You've got a good bunch of guys and girls that are welcome to drive and come along and have a good time, and a bunch of roles that you can fill in from driving to streaming and commentating to FIA. So feel free to jump on. We love to see some new fresh talent to add to the pool. And having 4 divisions, we cover for all skill levels. Racing,
yeah. So that allows, to build yourself up as well and be promoted. And that's always the fun part, is racing hard to get promoted into the top division. So, and this is where we all want to be.
That's it. We all aspire to be in this elite division. But back to the racing now. Thanks for your inquiries there. On the stream chat. We do love people getting involved. We're going to jump on board here with Vlad, who's going to go straight around the outside of Dutchy. He's going to hold that inside line, which is actually probably going to give Dutchy a chance to come straight back at him, which it does. So And Dutchy's going to get that DRS, so should be able to stick around the outside and does get that position back. So you've really got to time yourself here.
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth between these drivers. Obviously, they're keeping within each other, and it might just come down to them making these little mistakes that is going to set them apart and allow them to get out of that DRS zone.
Yep. So as we say that, we've had our first, looks like our first pit stop for the day. Kebab has gone into the pits of the Alpine, and he's come out on those hard. So he's going to look to finish this race on the hard compound. It looks like Vlad again is going to go up the inside of Dutchy, but Dutchy's going to hold that inside line again and stay in front. Yeah,
that's a very, very hard place to overtake. So for Dutchy to do that is just showing the skill level that he's at. But Vlad and Huey keeping up with him, the same as Zico, and Zakov getting a 5-second. Not that it matters ultimately, but still, you don't want that hanging over your head.
No, so it'll be interesting to see what someone like Crush here does. So Zakov, he's making his pit stop. So the medium runners are just starting to go in now. Looks like Crush is going to hang out for another lap.
Yeah, interesting to see what type of degradation they're experiencing on these mediums, whether or not, like Crush, can keep going and go a little bit further. But I know that the hards can definitely last at this point. The question is could you have gone on anything else? Probably not. No safety car yet. You don't want to bank on that. So I think hards are definitely the right choice.
Yeah, no, definitely the right choice here. It looks like Dutchy's going to try and mount an assault on Vlad here. Doesn't look like a lot of drivers are holding in their ERS. So it looks like they are looking to use that ERS up pretty quickly and not really keep too much in the tank. So is that something that you've seen a lot of, or is it just these guys are just so locked in battle that they're just doing whatever they can to try and give themselves a bit of breathing space?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not too sure. My experience lately has not been the best. Obviously, with the 5 DNFs I've had, so can't really commentate on the racing aspect at this point. Unless you've had a different one.
No, I'm probably after this week I'm in a similar boat. I made it around the first 5 turns and then I got a little knock from behind and ended up in the wall. So I didn't have much luck this week either. But we move on. So now Crush is going to come in to the pits here. So the medium runners have decided that's enough. I think the only one left now is SGN, but I think SGN pitted at the start. So, yeah, he's got on 10-lap old medium. So, with the medium runners going in, do you know how many laps these hard runners are going to look to take? Like 11 laps looks to be the mark for the medium runners. Are they going to leave 11 laps in the tank, or are they going to try and make the hards go a little bit longer and make up for that a bit later?
I think Zakov's on the right idea, 11 laps, roundabout there. And the hards definitely can go about 18, 19, even 20. So I think the right choice is, definitely around this time. SGN, don't know how he's feeling with the tyres, whether he gets confidence to keep pushing, but I feel like it would be more opportunistic to take the hards out now rather than wait. I'm curious though what the chat thinks. Who do they think will win this race? Obviously we have Zakov, but he has that 5-second penalty now. Whether or not he can stay ahead, we still have Tazza, Apex, and Diaz fighting in a very good battle. Any of these 4 drivers definitely can take it. A lot of people saying Huey. As they say that, Huey and Dutchy are fighting and going very close to each other around that corner there.
Yeah, no, Huey's he's putting in a good fight. He's fighting up against Dutchy, who's a very experienced driver, as we know. Has had a bit of a resurgence this year. He's put himself being a little bit more consistent and pushing himself higher and higher. So Again, Dutchy started at the back in position 19.
Yeah, so he's done an impressive job thus far.
Yeah, he's all the way up into 6, so a very, very good drive. If he continues this up, he's easily going to be driver of the day in a lot of people's eyes. But at the moment, Tazza is your leader. He's just coming out of that, I guess, sequence of chicanes, if you were to say, followed by Apex again. I think Apex is a confidence driver. We saw him. He was really, really good last week. Managed to just kind of hold on and get himself on that podium, and very, very strong race from him. He's just starting to leave Gares behind here, who's fallen out of DRS, whatnot. So I think Zakov, obviously, he's in the prime position here. He's made his pit stop. He's just going to continue to gain and gain and gain, but
he's pretty much on a race of his own. He doesn't have to worry about anyone else and just concentrating himself, just racing and getting as far away as he can, which I think he's confident enough to definitely get that win. But as we were talking, and a lot of people were pointing out, yeah, Huey did overtake Dutchy, and Dutchy is now P8, so Zico has gone past him as well, and Huey looking to have a great start and possibly a great ending if he can keep within Vlad and try and get that P5.
Yeah, so Huey's putting on the moves. We have a lot of Huey fans. Normally we have the Lemon Gang, but it looks like we might have a new group forming.
Yeah, the groupies are strong for Huey. The Lemon Gang has sadly died out, but I'm sure the Lemon Gang will return.
Huey homies. I don't think that one's gonna stick. No, I don't like the sound of that. If you've got if people have some ideas of what to call the Hueys,
Club.
Yep, the Huey Club, let us know. Carl's, we don't hate on Lemon. We like to support all our drivers, whether they're spinning or streaking to success at the front of the podium. We do like to support our drivers, so keep on the positive bandwagon if you must, please.
Spinning is cool, yep, 100%. If you can do a 360 and still keep the lead, that's even better.
Yep, so we see Dutchy now. He's come in on those mediums, so he's going to look to do a few more laps on those mediums, because he's come in on those on those hards.
Yeah, so I think he's going to come in and get the mediums for sure, and they will go to the end, these mediums, so this is a good strategy for him. As the hards get closer to the 20 lap, they're going to start dying off, whilst Dutchy is still going to start getting pace and gaining speed because of those mediums, and they don't have much better traction.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see this. I think this is going to be the battle for P3. So we have lost, is that SGN? No, it looks like it's Lemon. So Lemon's just doing doughies.
Lemon Gang is not strong today, sadly. And he's done it again. And he's hit the back of the wall. I wonder if that's rear wing damage, possibly.
Possibly. No one loves rear wing damage.
No, it's probably the worst thing you can get. Worse than the front wing damage, for sure. At least you can change that.
That's it. I got the rear wing damage on the first lap of Singapore in the wet, and that was about my race over. So
and he does a 360 and holds it though. Maybe he should get some extra points, like Skipper said.
Style points.
Style points, yeah. We have a driver a day, but we have a bloody fashion. Whoa! He's done off again.
I think Lemon might have a few problems here, so maybe we might have had a wheel fall off or a controller dropped or something like that. But yeah, he's not having the best of times. So
yeah, those mediums will be very hot though. I can guarantee that.
As
these straights will help.
As we say that, Tazza has gone in for the mediums
as Huey did too. So Huey P5 at the moment.
Yep.
Fighting with Zay.
Lemon goes around again, so I think Lemon might just have to take an L on this one, and maybe just leave it for another day, because if he keeps going the way he's going, he might just interrupt a few guys. We'd hate to
I think he has to take it a bit easy.
Yeah, we'd hate to see him get himself penalized. He's going to hold up Tazza here, which is quite unfortunate, but Tazza might actually get DRS, which will be very, very nice for him. We'll jump on to...
We're having an amazing battle though on P5, 6 and 7. So Huey and Dutchy coming out of the pits, they're fresh mediums. Not much traction or heat into the tyres just yet, whilst you have Dutchy behind, 16 lap old. Hards, has the traction, has the speed, and he's definitely pressuring them.
Yeah, so we've got a train forming here. As I said, Tazza has... he's gone into the pits. Tazza and Apex have just pitted and come out a fair way behind Tazza now, so they've got a fair bit of work to do. We have our clear leader in Zakov. Zay's the other driver that... Zay and Sneaky and Farmer Sam are the other drivers that haven't pitted on the hards.
Yeah, we still have a few people to pit, but I'd say most of the top runners have pitted at this point, so we won't be seeing any more pits unless, you know, some damage happens or there's a safety car.
Now we are hot in the battle here. Looks like, yeah, Lemon's just having a bit more fun there, but yeah, it looks like Gaz has got in front of Apex, so that is going to be the battle to hang on for. I think the way that Zakov and Tazza are driving, they look like they're driving into the sunset.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tazza's got a fair bit of work to catch Zakov, if that's even at all possible with a 10-second gap. But we have seen other things. Zakov did do a Max Verstappen and spin at Singapore last week, bringing the other drivers into it. So anything is possible, Kevin Garnett style, but we do have...
Tazza's cruising though.
Yeah, the battle for third's going to be the big one. Gaz and Apex, they've gone back and forth. Who's going to get the pace out of the mediums? Who's going to be able to hang on to them for the longest? We do have a little battle here with Crush, Zay and Zico, along with Huey and Dutchy. So they are going back and forth, but it looks like Huey's going to hang on to that position.
Yeah, and Zay and Zico very close to each other. Zay with 18 lap old hard, so he must be feeling some of the traction loss right now. I do wonder when he will start to pit. Maybe in the next 2 laps, unless he feels he's confident enough to still keep it up with these guys.
Yeah. We just had an interesting comment from Skipper there. Do we think a safety car will come out?
Yeah, we have a prediction up, but it's hard to tell. But we haven't seen anything too egregious just yet. But we do have just someone. Looks like maybe spinning.
You see Zay get past a Zico there. I don't... Oh, there goes a Zico, as we say. So he's had a little bit of a spin, which allows the 2 Ferrari drivers to kind of even themselves up a bit.
Yeah, and we've had DNF Lemon. Didn't get to see what happened, but it's on almost a straight. It's quite an interesting spot. If we can get to Werribee, maybe... Nope, they've cleared the carnage already.
They're too quick, these...
Marshals?
These marshals are way too quick for us to even get a look in. As we see the McLarens are fighting like bats out of hell.
Yeah, maybe they think we still have the 1 point for P15, but no, we don't. But they're still fighting. Yeah, it's good to see though.
Yeah, poor Eckham had a good start, had a great qualifying, but yeah, just got tangled up early, which is unfortunately going to cost him. Is that Huey's going around?
Oh yes, he's got massive damage on that front wing.
Carl's he's...
Oh, that was quite interesting. Zico, and he's not having a great time. People said he would spin, and the Huey fan club were right.
Yeah,
of course, it's Huey. So yeah, I think unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I think it was Carl said Huey going to sit in the wall soon, and yeah, they unfortunately they have thing, and a lot of the boys are. Oh, sorry, a lot of the viewers the Huey Brigade have jumped off very, very quickly.
Yes, they have. I guess too much energy given to him, and he just too much pressure.
Yeah, just couldn't deal with it. So there's not a lot of battles going on at the moment. A lot of people are spread out. We are 21 laps through this 29 battle. Tazza is actually chasing down Zakov as we speak. He's turned a 10-second gap into an 8-second gap now. And remember, Zakov does have that 5-second penalty, and Tazza's on medium, so they if he's going to make up time, it's going to be now.
Yeah, so definitely he's in a great spot. All he needs is that 3.5 seconds to be at least at the P1, but yeah, that 5 second is going to hurt Zakov.
Oh, there's a few guys out there. The Louis Brigade's jumped off. Is that Huey or Latifi? Hugh Tifi.
Never been in the same room together, so yeah, that's quite interesting.
Yeah, that's something might have rubbed off there, but the Huey Brigade has decided to fall off of the bandwagon. So
yeah, Huey on the softs though. Whether or not they can last 8 to 9 laps, I think they can, but the degradation is just going to be real bad at the end.
They can last. Don't get me wrong. It is a little bit of a battle, but we did see Eckham did 8 laps on the softs before, so they can last that long. But again, yeah, you've only got 7 laps left in this race, so if there's
not much to go.
So probably worth the risk there, considering the start. But we have, is that an AlphaTauri around?
Yep, that's Fluxy again.
Oh, that's all right. I thought it was Apex.
Not sure what's happening, but at least he's still racing and he hasn't DNF'd just yet.
Don't put the Spinsy.
No, the Spinsy. Don't want him back.
He's had a good season so far in the Division 2.
He has.
Do love myself a bit of Flukes. He is a great character. He's a great driver. He's a good bloke as well. So shout out to Flukesy. As much as we give him, he does give us some entertainment value.
Yeah, for sure. 100% agree.
So again, Tazza's dragging that down. It's now to 7.7. He is pushing hard, and Zakov has to be aware that he's going to have to get a wriggle on or continue to keep this out if he wants to take that first place. Looks like Gares has actually put a little bit of distance between Apex. Apex is just outside that 1.5 range, so he needs to start getting a little bit of a wriggle on if he really wants to take that third spot. I thought he was doing really, really well on the hards, but maybe the medium tyre. I know some people actually prefer the hard tyre on this course. I just feel like the medium tyre just isn't as grippy as what they thought it was going to be.
Totally agree.
And have just got caught out a little bit. Like, we know there's a big jump between a hard and a soft, and normally there's a fair decent jump as well between the mediums and the hard, but the mediums, some people don't seem to like them on this track.
Yeah, seen a lot more hards being kept to the end, even with like Farmer Sam, 21 lap old hards. So obviously he still feels confident. Same with Sneaky being able to keep it for this long.
Yeah, well, maybe Sneaky's doing the old Alex Albon.
Nah, Foxy, he was Division 2 last season. It was the division before that he was Div 3.
Yeah, nah, Tazza has made his way up, but yeah, maybe Sneaky's going for the old Alex Albon and pitting for softs in the last lap.
End. Yeah.
Never know, it could happen.
Did I just see debris on the track there just past Vlad? Not sure what happened there.
All right, so
Be my eyes deceiving me.
So some of the guys now, they have put the softs on. We've got a fight for 6 and 7 between Vlad and Crush. The other Ferrari of the Sneaky and Zay. So obviously Zay's just put fresh mediums on and has made pretty light work of Sneaky, who is pulling an Alex Albon in Alex's Albon's car. So,
yeah. And we have another DNF. Farmer Sam.
Straight onto those fresh softs.
And it's a safety car.
There it is.
There it is. 85% in the prediction said no safety car. So to the individuals that put yes, congratulations.
And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get to see the wreck here. I tried to jump to the AlphaTauri, but I jumped to the wrong one. I jumped to Fluxy when I should have been jumping to Apex.
Yeah.
So
what's crazy is that, wow, Zakov is not going to be enjoying this now. He's got that 5 second. Can he get 5 seconds up on Tazza?
What do you do here? You're that far in front. You know he's been a superior driver. Does he take the risk here? If he pits, he probably comes out in second spot here. But if he comes in for fresh softs, he's got 5 laps. And that's what he's going to do.
He has to pit because everyone else is definitely going to get that free pit stop for the soft. So, yeah, it's going to be a race to the finish for sure.
Yep, so Taz has gone in as well. What will Gares and Apex do? So this is the battle here. So
and Goat.
He's going to pit. Yep, so all our front runners have pitted. Dutchy's still a fair way back. So the top 4 are going to get that free pit stop. Nothing's going to change. Then we go down to the next couple. So we got 5 to, I think 5, 6, 7. Are they going to pit for softs as well? So
yeah, I feel like they will.
Most of the back of the field has. Dutchy's going in. Vlad's going in. So is Crush. So it looks like everyone else. I don't think we're actually going to have anyone left on the track.
No. Just sorry to cut in. We had a viewer ask how he could get into this and Goat. If you just look at the bottom of the stream, there should be some information about the Discord. You're welcome to go on there and ask any questions or ask any questions that you like in the chat as well. And I'm sure myself or anyone else would be more than happy to answer any of your questions.
So we're going to have the 3 laps of safety car here, possibly 2, just depending on when they want to bring it in. But this is going to make for a fantastic finish. Zakov, Tazza, Gares, Apex. This brings Dutchy right back into it, who's been, I must say, probably the driver of the day for me at the moment.
Really? Yeah.
He come from the back of the grid. He's now into 5th. I think Huey did a really good job, but just had that spin, which has cost him dearly. But if Dutchy's got the pace I reckon he has, he was driving around on softs in the wet. Just imagine what he's going to do in the dry.
Yeah, Dutchy's looking in a fantastic position right now. Zakov did get the 5 seconds removed though, so yeah, he's still in a good position.
That's interesting. Knowing that he had that 5 seconds, yeah, he's had that is just knowing that. So he's done a fairly good job there. He managed to keep that gap. We know how fast Tazza was looking to close that gap down, but unfortunately just couldn't quite close it down enough to take that penalty away.
Yeah, very, very interesting fight to the last now. We have Lucy retiring under the pits. Obviously he feels it's not worth it.
He's had a bit of a difficult day here, but again, he is a Division 2 driver, so a guy that's subbing up for the Division 1. We do love you, Fluxy. So,
sorry, I made a prediction and I didn't put Tazza in it.
Oh no, that's
yeah.
That's
I
not
need
good.
to make another one. Yeah.
No, that's all right. Can we get some input from the chat. I know we've had a lot of interactions and stuff today. Is there anyone that we feel that's had an overly good race so far? What do you think's going to happen with the top? I think the top 5 are the ones to look at for this race win. Do we think anything's going to happen? Is it possibly another safety car on the way?
Oh, I don't think we'll get another one, but yeah, there's a lot that can happen for sure.
So if you've got any anything in the chat, do get to interacting. We are going to hear with Skipper. Has been the first one out and said Vlad to win it.
Yeah, it's
so from P6, Vlad.
I mean, anything can happen. Vlad is a great driver. We've seen this, and he's not too far away from that P1. It's just, can he get a good start? I think everyone is trying to get that good start, and Zatov's going to be trying to figure out where he should take off.
The biggest thing for me is he going to do a Ferrari on the virtual world, or is he going to do a Ferrari in the real world? Because we really don't want to see the antics from Team Ferrari come into this world. They have been quite a mess this year, is probably an understatement.
Yeah, which is unfortunate to see, and
it's always good to see a Ferrari show.
There's a lot of coincidences happened last night. The Ferraris in qualifying had a bit of a moment and touched, but in the end, Werribee was able to win it. So maybe he's just sandbagging.
Yeah, nah, just saying, look, I'm putting my stamp on Division 2, but just can't quite cut it with the big boys. So just leave me out of this one, please, boys. But we know...
That water right there, do you think that's real or fake?
The what, sorry?
The water that we just saw in the little lake with the boats on it.
Nah, that's definitely fake. I'm pretty sure I was watching their actual... I did watch the actual race this year, and they have a little section that's just at the back there where you have that real big comer. I think it's turn 7 or 8, where you have that big sweeping bend at the back. That actually had, it's got the water and stuff in there, but it had like yachts and stuff like that parked in there. If you were watching the stream, they pretty much had like a yacht, like several yacht parties on dry land. If there's someone's going to do it like that, it's going to be Miami. Miami love to get turned up, as the kids would say. I'm probably too old to say that now, but
no, I think we are both a bit too old for that.
But we do have the safety car in this lap. All races are going to be in it.
Lots of weaving.
You can see that. It looks like a bit of spaghetti.
And here we go, Zatov finding that point to get off.
He's held it, and he's off. And that's going to give Gares a chance on Tazza here. No, not quite getting it done. So I think we've kept it pretty clean throughout.
Not much changes thus far.
Yep, not a very clean race restart. We'll jump back on with the front of the grid. A little bit loose there from Gares, but manages to pull that back in.
Yeah, not seeing many overtakes yet, but they're very, very close to each other. They're just waiting for that opportunity to dive and get it on that corner.
Yep, so we only have Sneaky and Werribee who have their penalties to take. Just looking at the position changes while we have this race restart. Dutchy's up 14. Unfortunately, Gares has gone down 2. Vlad's up 4. Crush up 2. Eckham's a big loser in this one. He did have that moment.
So strong too.
Yeah, he had that moment at the start. We just got tangled up with one of the drivers. I think it was Kebab at the start. As we have Eckham, who's had another incident. So.
Oh wow! So we jinxed him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Eckham. You didn't deserve it.
Unfortunately, Eckham's retired as well.
Yeah, we can't do the safety car just because we have only 1 lap left. And we are on to the final lap with Zakov still in P1. Tazza very close behind. definitely going to come down to these two. We still have Gares, but he's still a bit further away. But yeah, this is going to be interesting last lap.
So we're jumping on here with Vlad, who's in a very, very interesting battle here with Dutchy. These guys have battled out for majority of the race when they've been in. Dutchy's just not quite having the pace of the front runners, I would say, but having more pace. I think he had a really, really good start, but he's just having more pace than the back runners, but not quite up to standard with the front guys.
Yeah. And Tazza might have just...
He has.
On the outside. Can he keep it, though? Very close, and he's got the inside. I think he might have it. And
does he? I think he's got to stop here. Taz is 3 seconds.
Wow.
He's been pushed wide, so that is definitely something for the FIA to get stuck into. But he might win this anyway because, again, I would have let Zakov go because he's going to get... Is he going to get DRS? He's not going to get DRS. I forgot that was not on. So he's going to try and go on the outside. He has nothing left. Can he get around? He has, but he's going to have that outside line. Can he get that bit more grip and rip? It looks like he has, and Taz is going to come home and win it, barring that 3 second penalty. Then we have Zakov, Gares, Apex, Dutchy, Vlad, Crush, Aziko, Kebab, Huey, Zay, Sneaky, SGN, Wereboy, and Kato is bringing it up. So, very, very interesting there. I think the FIA are going to have their hands full with that. I don't think that will be a penalty. We saw the battle there, but this is going to be... it's going to be quite interesting to see the end result.
Yeah, but obviously Zakov P1, not a surprise. But that's, ultimately we don't know for sure yet, but on track, what we're seeing, P1 for him. Funny enough, we had Sneaky, who was still doing really well, but spun at the last corner and wasn't able to cross the finish line until he regained himself. So he dropped quite a few positions, sadly.
Yeah, that's it. So we're going to go with what is on things. So Zakov in P1, Gares in P2, Apex P3. So again, Apex back on the grid. But yeah, we're going to have to wait. Tazza, I think he's going to dispute that. But what the FIA have to say about that, then we'll have a look. But we're going to go with this one so far. Zakov, followed by Gares, followed by Apex. These are your guys that are leading your Drivers' Championship for a reason.
Yeah, so what a race, though. Action every single minute of it. Same with the qualifying. So obviously as top division and elite division, we've seen some great racing, some very clean racing too. Ultimately, we didn't see any like late dives that took anyone out or massive clips on people's wheels. So what a great race.
Yeah. So we see Tazza has left the session. Not overly happy with that. But yeah,
he says he'll get it removed. So confident.
I think he will. Personally, I think he. It was all a racing incident. He's just been pushed wide there. I don't think there's anything in it. He hasn't cut a corner or done anything. He's not gone wide on purpose. So probably not see that. But yeah, that's it for the race. We're going to jump into interviews now. So if you just give us a couple of minutes, we will be right back with the interviews.
Yeah. Looking.
All right. We are back now for your interviews. In the box, we've grabbed Tazza. Now, we know you're not on the podium on the game, but how do you feel about that last little trick there? Are you going to...
Yeah, so, like, I mean, we're side by side. He hasn't left me room. It's a tight part of the track, I know, but you can definitely, like, you know, he could have slowed up and let two cars there, and then he kind of cut the chicane after that. Yep. I was lucky to get that run out of the last corner, so I'll definitely get that warning removed.
Very confident. It's pretty good race by yourself. I think, obviously, Zakov having most of the control for most of the race. The one thing I want to ask you about is, obviously, you did the hards to mediums, and he was doing the opposite. Now, you were 10 seconds behind when you guys had changed tyres, and you'd cut that down to about 7 seconds. I think you might have got into the 6.9s or something like that before the safety car was deployed, which meant that when he pitted, he got his 5-second penalty removed and still managed to get in front of you back on track.
Yeah,
did you feel like you were going to continue to keep coming back even if that safety car didn't come out, or do you think your mediums might have just given up towards the end?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. The mediums felt really, really good, and there was about, 6 laps to go, and I was catching him about 3-4 tenths, and it was actually as low as 6.5 the gap on my screen. So I think I would have got there pending, you know, I don't know what his ERS was like for the last few laps, and like, you know, obviously tyre wear drop off, but Miami too, I don't think the deficit between the two, like once his meds went off, we weren't that far away in pace either. So, like when I was on the hards, I don't think like the deficit's that big. So I don't think he would have like, you know, started gaining, if that makes sense. So I think I might have got there, but I mean, you never really know because it didn't happen. So.
That's all right. Do you have anything to add there, Reblets? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, you fantastic drive, mate. Obviously in the championship, you're P10, but with that race, you know, your points are definitely going to put you forward. Do you feel yourself to be in contention for the championship win at this point with what you just showed tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I figured it out before Singapore. The gap was already too big. There's only like 2 races left,
really?
or 3 races left. So Zakov's definitely cleaned it up unless something drastically goes wrong on his end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think you would have to have like 2 DNFs or something, and me win every race, which, you know, just in elite, it's so hard to tell. I mean, I've had such bad luck to start the season, so it's good to finally, you know, show I've got the pace in the race, not just a TT merchant. So yeah, I'm wrapped.
Sure. It was a great race. Appreciate being able to commentate on that. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate it very much.
No worries.
For jumping in.
No worries. Thanks, mate. Again,
I'll give myself the boot.
That's all good. So Tazza there, he's going to put a little word in there, which I think he will get that overturned. But again, we'll leave that one for now. I don't think, do we have Zakov who's lying around? We do. Just quickly grab the man of the moment, Zakov. Now, another race win on track.
Not on track.
Not on track on the game. Do you think that last warning will be taken away and possibly a second, or?
Well, obviously from my point of view, I hope not, because then I lose the race win. But
yeah, but your points in the championship are just so far ahead at this point that it won't hurt you ultimately. But at the same time, you definitely want that win, though.
Yeah, it's all right. I was kind of in a predicament either way. Like, even if the safety car wouldn't have came out, I still had the 5-second. Tazza was catching by a lot, so.
Yeah, that's the one question I want to ask you is, obviously you did the mediums to hards, obviously Tazza doing the opposing strategy. He was catching, I think he was down to 6.5 seconds and he had about, I think there was 6 or 7 laps to go. Were you feeling the pressure then going, look, he's closing in on me, I've got that 5-second time penalty, I might be under a bit of pressure here, or did you feel like that the tyre wear might have been in your favour?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel pressure much personally, but the pressure was on technically for me to stay within the 5 seconds. But yeah, I was losing the tyres a lot. I couldn't find a grip on that hard compound, but yeah, it was closing round less than a second a lap, and it wasn't going to be enough So yeah, I was pushing hard, but ultimately the safety car came out, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
I got to serve my penalty and I had a 6-second gap anyway, so I was still P1, but the slipstream is insane around here, so
That it is.
I think from P1 you're on the back foot, so I mean P2 is in prime position to get the win, so ultimately he did it and fair play.
That's fair enough. Do you is there anything to kind of sum up how you think Miami was? I know it being a new track. Are you for it? Are you against it? Do you think they could possibly tweak it? Anything to really say about the track, perhaps?
I mean, the track, I don't enjoy it, but it was made originally for promotion, right? So it's
a
all
car,
money
it's a
and
parking
it's added
lot,
into the
so-
game, and yeah, it's not really I don't think enough time was put into designing the track personally, but yeah, most of it just doesn't make sense. Like the whole track is different. The setup is hard to get because you got to sacrifice one sector or the other sector to get the other sector right. You know what I mean? So
No, that's fair
the
enough.
setup is really unbalanced. It's really slippery, so it's tough to drive.
No, that's fair enough. Well, again, congratulations, mate. Either P1 or P2 will be yours for the taking. We'll leave that to the FIA. But again, congratulations, mate. Another great race from yourself.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Thanks for the casting.
Yeah, man. Take care.
All right. Now, we're going to spice things up a little bit here. I'm actually going to get Apex and Gares in the same thing. So we're going to get 3 and 4.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Let's do it.
Quickly grab them. So I've grabbed Apex and we're going to grab Gares as well. So we're going to grab 3 and 4. Now, obviously, 3 and 4 is a little bit up for debate. We have a 3-second time penalty to Tazza, which could or could not be taken away, which means that Gares, you're either 3rd or 2nd, and Apex, you're either 3rd or 4th. The battle between you guys today was absolutely sensational. I loved every second of it. First, I'll go to Apex. How did you find that battle between yourself and Gares?
Very clean, best way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah, we weren't pretty much, we didn't really want to battle, we're more just trying to catch up to like Tazza and Zakov, so we're more just DRS training the whole time.
Yep.
So, I wasn't really looking to find a battle, but yeah, it was respectful, it was clean, and that's what I pretty much love. I love really good racing. But yeah, when the safety car came out, I was like, I didn't want it to come out because we had such a big gap to Dutchy and Zay behind.
Yep.
But it did come out, but I don't know how Tazza got the penalty. I had a look at the race director and did find out about the that Tazza did get like a few other warnings, but yeah, that's up to the directors, not me. So yeah, it was all right.
Yep, that's fair enough. Now to you, Gares, I want to discuss the strategy. So obviously on the first stint, I felt like Apex was probably a little bit quicker on the hards. But when it came to the mediums, it felt like you had a bit more of the pace. Can you share a little bit of light on that and how you felt as a driver in that battle?
Yeah. So when I was on the hards, I was struggling with it because I don't know. I just couldn't get the grip. I just couldn't find the grip anywhere, and basically the hards just didn't really feel good with me. But when it came to the medium stint, I felt much more confident because I'm much more confident when it comes to the medium tire compound. Because that's basically the tire I usually start on, but in this case it was a bit different just because the hards are really hard to because I knew that the grip there was quite bad, so I try to start on them instead of bending on them.
Yep.
So yeah, that's basically it, and just try to like hang on with the guys on the hard tire compound.
Ah, beautiful. Reblets, do you have anything to that you want to kind of probe out of these two while we've got these two good drivers in here?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, the race to commentate and just watch was fantastic. Obviously, Apex and Gares, you two are very, very talented drivers, and you two were definitely going at it. Did you ever feel the pressure was getting to you guys, and you were going to spin or make contact, or did you feel like it was clean between you two the whole time?
I always trust Apex. When it comes to racing, I always trust them because we always do like open lobbies and co-ops and all that, and we always leave each other room every time we're racing as much as possible while still trying to gain time on them, basically. But yeah, I always love a clean battle in Apex. I don't worry about them when it comes to battling.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, look, it's a good community that we have here. Everyone is very very well informed of each other. We race a lot with each other, so it allows that bond and trust. So it's good to see how well you two can drive together and be that close. So yeah, good work, guys.
Yeah, very good fun driving with him.
That's it. Absolutely beautiful work, guys. We will let you go. Again, thank you for stopping by and continue up the good work and the great battling for the great spectacle that we keep putting on here at Aussie Racing League. So thanks very much, boys.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Have a great night.
All right. Well, I think that is about all we have time for. Do you have any special comments there, Rebs, or?
No, I think it was rather enjoyable, much more enjoyable than the other ones, and I think that's to be expected. So it was a pleasure, definitely commentating and being able to watch, as well as having you by my side. So thank you.
Nah, that is great. So we're just going to quickly go to the race calendar. We have Japan next week. Obviously, we have the Japan race coming up in real time, which means that we're going to be racing on it ourselves here at Aussie Racing League. I love Japan. I think it's an amazing track. The way that it ebbs and flows throughout, it's going to be a great battle. I think we're going to see a lot more cleaner racing throughout the league. I think because it's been a track for a few years. I'm really looking forward to watching it on TV. Obviously, we haven't been able to watch F1 in Japan for quite some time now. So actually getting that race back, I'm really quite excited for. But yeah, just also going to the points. Obviously, Zakov is strengthening his tyres at the top. Gez and Apex also putting themselves up. The Dutch and Vlad battle is also heating up, so they're going to keep themselves in it. Eckham, unfortunate for him tonight. I think Crush made a few points up. Taz is going to jump off a few with either a win or a fourth place, so you'll see him jump up the standings. I don't think too much else, to be fair. I think Aston Martin will find themselves pushing up. They actually might overtake Alpine in the standings.
Yeah, Aston Martin's looking strong for sure. Definitely throughout the entire divisions, apart from novice. Those novice drivers aren't the best, sadly, myself being one of them.
That is all good. All right, well, thank you for tuning in. We have had an absolute ball. Some great racing tonight, some very clean and precise racing. And that is it. So we're going to sign off on here. Thank you for tuning in to the Aussie Racing League Thursday night, which is the elite division. We will see you on Monday night for the Academy, and we will have the Japan race. So from your host, Man of Tin, I'll sign off, and I'll let Reblets see you off into the night. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, gentlemen. Very, very good race, and thank you for the interactions and chat. So it's been really enjoyable.
Easy.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, thank you very much, and we will see you Monday night for the Academy Japan. Thank you.